So we now have the first look at the TruRhoRns Buffalo as well. We're out here in Parque Fernando just trying to see if we can get a few of these big cows. Honestly, there is not too much change to it, at least from what we can see in the picture, but I don't really know what to expect either because it's horns. They basically have the same foundation, all of them. One thing that I would really like to see would be maybe stuff like broken horns and such. That could be really cool. I don't know if that's a thing that they will actually go with, but I could just feel like that could actually be really, really interesting. But with this picture that they have promoted, we're gonna see more on Tuesday on the stream on Expansive Worlds streams. Yeah, to me, it does look like there has been a little change. You can see a little more bendiness on the curl of the horn. But again, I didn't expect to see a whole lot of things like with the different racks of Whitetail, where you have the big G2s and some with smaller G2s and such. I don't really know what they could do different with the horns, except just having some be a little more uneven and such. But all in all, it's new stuff to the game, and yeah, very, very excited about one of the other features that they were gonna include in the January patch, which was going to be the new scoring system. And I did make a little video about that one, talking pretty much what we know so far, so I'm not going to get into that, but I did make a comment in that video where I said that I felt the Hunter Classic is a better game than Call of the Wild. And quite a few of you guys actually called me out for that and be like, why would you say that, Zaggy? Because you're playing Call of the Wild so much more. And there is one very, very, very simple reason for that. And it is basically this. It's the graphics. The graphics in the Hunter Call of the Wild keeps me playing this game. Where on... I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Classic is a way better hunting game. It's a way better hunting experience you have in it. Let's just take the waterfowl for instance. You actually have ducks going at somewhat decent speed. It's not just, yeah, feel like I'm gonna do everything in slow motion here. If you've never given the Hunter Classic a try, I would highly advise you to go ahead and do it. It is an amazing game. It's even free to play these days. But it's just... it's not as predictable as the Hunter Call of the Wild. One of the big things with the Hunter Call of the Wild is the need zones. Once you spook something out of a need zone, you can be very, very, very sure it's gonna be right back there because it's tied to that need zone for an amount of time. Whereas if you spook something off in Classic, it's gone. It's gonna go somewhere. Ooh, that's a dilute mule deer. See if we can... Oh, no, 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 no. Decided to do the big run. Not really too worried about it. Would have been a nice one. Let's see if we can spot him. Is that even a dilute or an albino? Not sure. See if we can actually get him out of there. But the thing is, he is going to be right back to the area where we spooked him. Simply because that's how this game is coded. It's not like that in the Hunter Classic. Once you spook something there, it actually has, I think it's 6 real life minutes until you can even start calling it again, because it's not ready to be called in, it's scared. And something like that, I just feel like so much closer to the realism where, yeah, there we go, there he is. See if we can find him. Think that should be a long shot. Definitely isn't. Ah, he is going down, so just pick him up. He's not gonna make my trophy large anyway. He's not a big, rare, or diamond. But stuff like that just makes the Hunter Classic a better game in general. And I hope that you guys are willing to have a discussion about it. Arguably, the sound design is way better in Call of the Wild as well, but the general gameplay, as I said, if you haven't tried the Hunter Classic, you really should go ahead and give it a try. But what we are looking at with the new scoring system, I really hope that we can actually get somewhat closer to the Hunter Classic. Another one of the big things for me why Classic is a better game is that they actually have competitions where you can win prizes. They have their own competition system. So let's say you have 48 hours to harvest the biggest cottontail rabbit with or from a ground blind. That is probably one of my favorite competitions because I know exactly how to hunt the cottontail rabbit, and I just feel like it's something fun to do that isn't just a regular old hunt, and it's not just first to get a diamond, first to that, first to that. You can spend up to 48 hours, go out and find the biggest rabbit, shoot it, and then hope it's bigger than everybody else's. And the another thing is, as I also said, there is no max on the animals. You can have animals that's just going to score 0.001 bigger than your friends, and that just appeals to me so much more than this. It's not too bad. Unfortunately, he died in a really bad position, but pick him up. Ooh, would have been a 791, so wouldn't have made gold. He would not make my large, but nice little dilute mule deer. But yeah, I feel with the introduction of the new weapon system and such, I feel that they are actually pushing it towards the Hunter Classic. And as I also said, the perfect hunting game for me would be Hunter Classic 2.0. With that, I honestly hope at some point they are going to look into maybe doing something similar with like worldwide competitions, maybe just console specific. Well, you on Steam, you on Xbox, or you on PC, PS4, and you have competitions within the other players, which will reset every week or something. I know that there's a hunt club and such, but I don't rate those for anything. I'm sorry. Also, another thing that I'm not too happy with Expansive Worlds. Where's all my tents? All my tents has disappeared from 4 out of the maps that I've tried going on so far. Not too happy with that. Don't like that. Another big thing that you actually should take your time to do at some point is that they have now opened up for the yearly survey. So if you want to have your voice heard within the community, what is needed in the game, you now have the chance. It is a quite long survey, but it does help them kind of figure out, are they doing the right things? Are they on the right track to get the stuff we want in the game? And honestly, take the 5 minutes it takes for you to go and fill it in, just so we can help them. Because if they are working on something that just has not been mentioned at all, I'm not sure that they are quite in tune with what the community wants. And please don't just stand there and yell turkey. They have actually confirmed that turkeys will be coming to the game at some point, but it's not within the near future. And as they say pretty much every stream, if they have it in the Hunter Classic, we can pretty much expect it into the Hunter Call of the Wild at some point as well. But yeah, again, picture of the water buffalo right here. As I said, I can see there is a slight difference, but it's not a massive thing. I would love to see broken horns and such. And other than that, I hope that you're willing to have a discussion. Either come join our Discord, where we are now 9,000 members. So there's a lot of people you can find and play both the Hunter Classic and the Hunter Call of the Wild with. There is the Discord spreadsheets and such, so there is tons of stuff that can help you out with knowledge about the game, and there is a lot of helpful people as well. So would love to see you over there or in the comments down below. What are your thoughts? What do you think? What would you really like the TruHORNS for horns to be? I mean, it's quite simple. Horns has to be the easiest ones, right? I mean, not really much to do wrong with that. Or hello elks. I don't know. I didn't think you were able to mess up the elks, but I was wrong about that one. Thank you so very much for watching.